Can you believe that shit? I'm sick of seeing tits and pussy everywhere, especially on the screen. I'm a woman, and I'm perfectly aware of how big or wet they can get. Have you ever noticed that? How they never show cock in movies, just our goods? Scratch that. I thought of one. Boogie Nights, the one by Paul Thomas Anderson. Now there's one in a million. However, the tit-to-dick ratio is like 100 to 1. It's because the film industry is run by men. Men don't want to shoot cock in their picture. And if they do, it's of one being thrust into a girl with tits the size of watermelons. I like to watch it work its magic. I guess I can't blame them. I mean, if I were to make a movie, you wouldn't be seeing a shitload of naked women in my film. Fucking boobs all over the place. It'd be strictly dick. It'd be done tastefully, though. I wouldn't be shoving it into the audience's face. Speaking of which, have you heard of that movie being made about those Hooter girls? Wait, did they ever make that? Anyways, the 3D one. Talk about shoving it in face. Now you see, if I were to make a movie like that, but with exploiting men, it'd probably be called a horror film. Maybe that's why, because our stuff is not as bizarre looking. Still, they need to even it out. The audience isn't just men. What about our needs? When are we gonna get a chance to see a celebrity's cock like James Franco, or even Joseph Gordon-Levitt? If they get to see Penelope Cruz do a tease in lingerie on a silky swing set, or even a tasteful scene of Kate Winslet in Titanic, then we should get a little something.
Do you mind?
This is not a fucking library. It's a nice spot over there. Run along now. Now, where was I?
Wow, what a pig! Liz, why are you giggling? That was so rude.
He was just complimenting.
Complimenting? Really?
No harm was done, Hannah. Calm down.
How are you? Is everything all right?
Men are pigs.
Did you and your guy break up or something?
Oh no, nothing like that.
Hey there, beautiful.
Hey Mike, how are you?
Good.
Then what caused this revelation?
How was your day?
Earlier, I went down to pick up some stuff off the street and I hear a car honk that passed by.
Are you sure it was towards you?
No, I guess not. I'm not 100% sure it was towards me, but...
If it wasn't that time, I'm sure there have been other occasions where a guy thought that like a total pig would actually get him somewhere.
Whistles as I walk down the grocery store aisle, comments as I walk down the street with or without company. And then there are those looks that make me feel like they're undressing me with their eyes. Afterwards, I run to the shower and scrub those looks off of me.
Will you just let it go? Okay, I mean, he was a little piggish about it, but I appreciate that he enjoys how I look.
You call that appreciating?
Compliment? More like harassment. And as far as nice gesture, well, they can keep that to themselves too if their idea of a nice gesture is shouting nice ass. I mean, do you see women constantly trying to get men's attention through such gestures?
No, I guess not.
Exactly.
That's a nice way of putting it. But the way I figure, men are gonna keep doing whatever they're doing.
I may be thinking a guy is decent or whatever, but you won't see me slapping their ass as they walk by or whistling followed by want a bone.
But
What else are we supposed to do?
I don't know, say something?
Like what? What could we possibly say to make them keep those comments to themselves? We could say, fuck off. But I feel like they'd get pleasure out of us acknowledging them in any way, positive or negative.
Has it ever even worked for them is what I want to know. Surely no woman in her right mind would give positive feedback to something like that.
But then again, there's always one person that ruins it for everybody else.
In that case, I'll be sure to send her a thank you letter.
So you're just gonna take it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Speaking of which, have you heard of that movie being made about the Hooters girls? Did they ever make that one? Anyways, the 3D one. Talk about shoving it in face. Now, if I were to do a movie like that, but with exploiting men, it'd probably be called a horror film. Maybe that's why. Because our stuff is not as bizarre looking. Still, the audience isn't just men. What about our needs? When are we gonna get a chance to see a celebrity's cock like James Franco, or even Joseph Gordon-Levitt? If they get to see Penelope Cruz do a tease in lingerie on a silky swing set, or even tasteful scene of Kate Winslet in Titanic, then we should get a little something.
Do you mind?
This is not a fucking library. There's a nice spot over there. Run along now. Now, where was I?